Okay, welcome back. Adult Alfreds Basic Piano, Level 2. We're on page 8. The song is Light in Blue. So this song's talking about crossing our one finger under our two finger. And we're going to be doing a lot of crossing under and a little bit of moving around the piano. It's a fun one. We also have some swinging eighth notes here. Makes it even more interesting. Sounds a little better. Let's take a quick listen to it and we'll talk about the details. Okay, optional ending. Okay, let's talk about the details here. I'm not going to do all the repeats, first ending, second ending. We will talk about that though. Let's talk about the technique builder at the top of the page before we even do this. You should be good at going 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. This technique builder is helping you prepare for the song. So if you haven't done that before you start the song, just spend 5 minutes with it. It's not even that hard, but you should be familiarizing yourself with this. If you just want to jump right in the song, you can do that too, but that will really warm you up and help you for the techniques needed for this piece. Okay, let's start at the beginning of the song. How do we practice and get this down? What is the most effective method? It really depends on your level and how confident you are with your sight reading, but the first thing I always tell people is find the musical ideas and grab as much of that musical idea you think you can do in one sitting. And let me give you an example. The first measure is the first musical idea. Okay, we've got that 1, 2, 1, 2 cross under technique again, okay? If you're having trouble doing the uneven eighth notes, just play it square then. You don't have to swing the beat like I'm doing. If that gives you trouble, get rid of that difficulty level. You don't need it. Okay, let's just get the song down. You can add that in later, and we can work on that later. All right, so now that we've got that musical idea, look at the left hand. All right, we've got a C chord here. We're pretty good at C chords at this point. And let's say you're starting to put this together and it's sounding something like this. Well, there's a problem, right? I'm kind of pausing. It's not smooth, and I'm not keeping a beat. Couple things you should be doing on your page if you're having rhythmic issues is write in the rhythm. Okay, so I would, if you have an iPad, do it this way. If you don't, if you have a book, just go grab a pencil. I'm going to try to, maybe you can see this from the camera, maybe you can't, but I'll write the beats in. So there's 4 beats in a measure, 1 and 2 and 3 and then the final one here, 4 and starts on that quarter rest. So once you've written the beats in, I would take both hands, separate, and count. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. All right, I got that. Do the left hand. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Always try to count at the same speed you did for one hand with the other so it's kind of consistent. And then try to do them hands together. When you put hands together, always go slower. So I'm going to count really, really slow. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. If you're successful and you kept it even in kind of that slow motion technique, then you can start speeding up a little bit. But don't do it until you've been successful at least 2 or 3 times. I always say this. Everybody thinks, oh my gosh, I got it right, let's go faster. Hit the brakes there. Get it right at least 3 times. Then you can go a little faster. So as we speed up, 1 and 2 and 3 and. And let's say you start speeding up and you start messing up. A lot of times people start counting faster and they're not ready to do this. So you can split your hands up again. 1 and 2 and 3 and. With that faster count. 1 and 2 and 3 and. Okay. That was actually wrong. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. There we go. Didn't finish it. Now that I have it right, then I can try to put them back together. Okay? Once we have that, we should be good. But let's say you're still having trouble. Okay, well, why is that? Sometimes people start counting at a faster speed and they just can't get started with it. Do the pre-count. So go like this. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... Well, what does that do? That actually helps me it's kind of a countdown and preparing to start, right? So I do a pre-count of 4 so that I'm kind of getting myself ready and I'm already in the rhythm. So these are great techniques to help you get past parts you're stuck on, okay? All right, looking to the next 2 measures of the song. So we're only on measures 2 and 3 right now. You've got a long musical idea here. Okay, well maybe you don't want to learn that entire thing as one group. Just split it. Maybe just this. Maybe you're having trouble doing that. Then just do this. I split it into 3 parts. This isn't a really hard concept, but a lot of people like, where do I do it? How do I split it? Well, it has everything to do with where a difficulty introduces itself. So 1, 2, 1, 2. Well, we already got kind of good on that on measure 1. Excuse me. But now we're hitting 2 notes and playing this thing. Well, sometimes grabbing a couple notes after we play some single notes can be a problem. So that's where I divided it. And then going to the next measure, my 4th finger's coming off the flat to a natural, so that movement might be creating a problem. So try to locate where maybe difficulty is when you divide one musical idea into multiple parts. Okay, that's my suggestion to you. All right, second bar. Our hand moves up here. I have students all the time that they're doing great. Oh, they didn't get their hand up there in time. They couldn't find the notes, and they messed up. They had to pause and find their spot, and then... Well, this is all about not pre-planning, because this song actually puts in a spot to give you time to move your hand early. You just have to move your hand early. So there's a tie here at the end of the 3rd measure in the song. And then there's a quarter rest, so they give you 1 second to jump up. You don't need to hold the tie out. Give yourself a couple seconds. Just hit this and jump up and try to get ready. Okay, I've got my fingers right. I'm ready to go. And when you jump up, this is the other suggestion. Don't just try to grab that and have your hand like this. Grab as many notes as you can as a chord. So you have many fingers ready to play the spot, okay? I get that all the time where people go, oh, I got it. But their hand's like this, and then they go like that and they mess up. Grab the grouping. Okay, so watch. I'm going to do the slow motion. I'm going to start on measure 3 of page 1 and go to 4. Watch my hand. Jump. I'm already there, and I've got all the notes. All I got to do now is play. So pre-planning, grabbing groups of notes, not just the ones you're trying to hit when you jump up. There's your key for that. Now the rest of the song, not too difficult if you can do the first 4 measures. Most of this stuff is kind of a repeat in different spots. This measure 5, well, that's interesting. It's like measure 1. Yeah, maybe in a different spot. Rhythmically, it's the same. Note structure is pretty similar. Okay, so try to recognize those things. Is there anything else I need to go over here? Ah, yes, page 2, the infamous second bar, the part that goes like this. Now, why is this a problem for people? Well, there's some tied notes in the song, and when they get there, they kind of go like this. That didn't sound good. Why do people do this? Well, when we get to the tie, a lot of times we're not looking at the rhythm structure or sticking to exact beats. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and... We're not doing that. A lot of people don't want to count, don't want to use a metronome because it's annoying and it's difficult and it makes us, it creates mistakes for us. It's overwhelming for a lot of us. So what do we do? How do we fix this without a metronome? Because you still should count. Well, we use the deletion method. Let's get rid of something that maybe is messing us up. So I always tell people, let's do the right hand by itself. make sure you hold your tie like a quarter note. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, okay, I got the rhythm. Okay, got that, but I'm probably going to pause when I hit. I have to hit that C right there. I'm going to get rid of that. Okay, now I'm going to try to add it in. Now maybe it doesn't work. Maybe you go like this. You can tell what the problem is. I'm hesitating. I'm not getting ready to hit that note, right? So a lot of people are still frustrated. That didn't help me. Okay, divide it down to just this. Now I'm not hesitating to hit the C, and then I'll connect the other part. Okay, that worked. So there are many ways of doing this, but you kind of have to always remember a couple things. Use the deletion method. Try to eliminate a note that's in there. Add it back in. Okay, it didn't work. Shrink the spot you're working with so that you can get that consistent rhythm. All right, let's get to the end of this song. We'll talk about, it says teacher's note. I'm going to talk about the tremolo and the ending here. So we have first ending, second ending. Hopefully you know what that is by now. You play the first ending, you go back, you play it again, and then the second time through you jump to the second ending, and that's the end. And that's basically what I did. I just went to the second ending. I'm not going to play a full repeat here. It's not the idea of these videos. Now the tremolo. So this is the chord at the very end of the song. We've got E, B flat, and D in the right hand. The left hand we have a C octave. Okay. Now a tremolo, it's weird. It shows you what it looks like when they actually draw in to tell you, hey, play it as a tremolo. It looks like two half notes. So the top part is a half note, and the bottom note is a half note, and then they've got these three little sublines underneath it. All it means is you're just going to go like that. You just rock the chord back and forth. A lot of people try to do stuff like, no, it's too separate that way. You should hit the chord, and then you're basically just going to be kind of rocking your wrist to depress weight on the top two, and then rock down on your thumb, and then hold the pedal. So you're kind of sticking to the keys, almost as if you're staying on this middle note and rocking back and forth to the top and bottom notes, if that makes sense. And the same here. I'm keeping my hand kind of steady and my fingers low, and I'm just rocking back and forth. And then you put them together slowly. Or a little faster. When you finish, you can finish that or that. I mean, I don't see a lot of people in doing a blues piece trying to make sure their tremolo is stuff like this or that, or, you know, picking the exact ending point. It's more of a fade off or a, you know, the rallying ending and stuff like that. So don't be too concerned about being super accurate about that. If you want to throw in the tremolo, throw it in. See if you can make it happen. And if you want to do a slower version, or you can end on the bottom note, whatever you want. You don't have to play it super fast, okay? Just see if you can play it even, all right? These are more introductory things. Okay, hopefully this helps you with the piece. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe to the video. I do offer piano lessons. InTuneLessons.com. You can send me a message, send me an email, and I can set up our first 2 free lessons to see if I can help you with piano. If not, please keep watching the videos, and hopefully you can teach yourself and be successful. Thanks again for watching.